welcome. Thank you for coming today. I'm so glad you took time out of your busy day. And today I wanted to share with you some wonderful tips that I've learned about increasing our vital energy. So might be wondering like why I named this The Great Pumpkin Within. It's kind of cute and silly, but I'll explain that in just a minute. So you know me as Jeannie. But in my business, I'm Dr. Jeannie Arunimā Smith, and I practice a rare form of Japanese healing. And it's called Kodotama Life Therapy, and it has its roots in Oriental medicine and esoteric wisdom. So I had the great good fortune of studying with Sensei Nakazono in Santa Fe, New Mexico. So that's where I'm coming from. So I offer healing services as well as mentoring new healers. So for today, sit back, get comfortable. You don't have to do anything. We're just enjoy, and I hope you find value in learning 3 tips for energizing your energy. Okay, so before I get started, I want to give you the little story about how I chose the title for today's presentation, The Great Pumpkin Within. I was thinking about how many people ask me for how do I increase my energy? Like, how do I increase my energy? My clients tell me I'm so tired. Like, what can I do? So I was thinking about the inner cauldrons and the inner energy centers in the body, and how do we do this? And the first thing that came to mind was the Svadishthana chakra, which is a beautiful orange-colored jewel-like chakra within that is one of the centers of power and life energy. And I happened to look over and I saw this most beautiful pumpkin, and I thought, how appropriate, the great pumpkin within. And we're in the pumpkin season here in the western part of the United States, where fresh pumpkins are growing and Halloween is coming. So that's just why I chose the title. So as I said, a lot of my clients ask me, how do I increase my energy? And there's so much to this. As you know about diet and exercise and sleep and medical conditions. All these things play into our energy level. But I want to give you the approach of a really cool idea, a principle really from Oriental medicine, and that's called the triple heater. And the triple heater is a system within the body that has 3 parts. It's got the upper, middle, and lower heaters. You could think of them as cauldrons or energy centers. And let me explain just a little bit about what they are. So the upper heater is respiration. We draw in the oxygen through the lungs, and it circulates throughout the whole system through the blood, right? So that's scientific. We understand that. So that's one of the sources of our energy, is a full vital breath circulating. The middle heater is the nutritional or the nutritive system. It's that cauldron of fire in the stomach that takes in life energy and of the plants and the nutrients, minerals, and all of that gives us energy in our being. And the lower heater is the native energy. They call it the Wei Qi, or the life energy. Qi means energy. In Chinese, it said Qi. Japanese, it said Qi. So the lower heater houses the native energy, and this is the energy that comes through our birth and that we're gifted through our lineage of family and genetics and all of that. And connected to it is the adrenal system and the kidneys and the lower belly. And this heater is the one we're going to talk about today. And I'm going to show you, and you get to practice, 3 different strategies, 3 little tips that I have gleaned. And one is from Oriental medicine. It's actually self-doing therapy. It's a Japanese form of self-handwork. The next one is an expert tip from a Pilates instructor that I know very well. And the third one is bringing in energy through light and awareness to the Svadishthana chakra, which is the second chakra in the system, going from the bottom up. So I do want to give a caveat. we're going to start right off with the self-handwork on the belly. And it's going to be very simple and easy. But you wouldn't want to do this if you were pregnant or you had just had abdominal surgery, or maybe you had been just sick with stomach flu or something, because it's very strong and you're going to be surprised because it's very, very simple. But have you ever heard how all health starts in the gut? You know, it's a really important thing. And in the gut, there is a center of energy. It is that called the tanden in Japanese. And my friend shared with me that in Tai Chi, the Chinese word is danxian. So you might have heard of it as the hara. I'm calling it the great pumpkin within. I want to teach you where exactly there's a master point that can help you increase your energy in your tanden. So this point is located directly below your navel, about 4 fingers width. So I want to stand up. If you were to take your thumbs and just put them in your belly button and make a triangle, you would find this tanden point is right in the middle, and it's just a couple of inches below your belly button. So go ahead and find that point on the outside, and then we're going to close our eyes and look for that center within. So allow your eyes to close. And what I want you to sense is, where is the center of gravity deep within your body, the actual center of gravity. It's probably not forward on the front of your belly where we are, but it's about that level. And one of the ways to find it is just allow yourself to rock very gently forward and back, only maybe an inch or so, until you find yourself coming into balance from front and back. And then let yourself sway just a little bit side to side, right from your sitting bones, just a little tiny motion in your chair, until you come to a place where you're feeling like, this is my center. This is the core and the center of our gravitational center in our body. Okay, so now you know the location of tanden. So I want to give you the technique for helping wake it up and bringing life energy and rising up the fire within to have that vitality. So what we're going to be doing, and if you can watch this, we're going to be pressing. If this is the abdomen right here, here's my belly, right? We're going to take our hands and we're just going to gently press straight in, and wait just a minute before you start. As you press in, you're going to be going only to the depth where it feels good. This is not like the more is better. And you don't want to necessarily stay right on the surface unless you just want to feel the energy of it. You can do it with energy as well. But we used to do a lot of abdominal work in our clinic for healing, and it really helped, especially with old conditions, to chronic conditions, to open it up, anything that's stuck inside the abdomen. So for today, when you start to press into your tanden, I want you to put your hands together like this. So your fingers are together and your fingers support each other, pressing gently, so that when you press in, it's not so much effort, right, for your hand. And you're only going to press in just a little bit, just enough to find it. And also, we're going to be putting our hands on the belly, and on an exhale, we'll bend over to allow the bending to help push into the center of the body. Does that make sense? So when you're there, you can rest your hands on your legs and you can gently just find that point. And you'll know when you're there, because if you really listen, you'll be like, that's it. Trust that sense. So we'll take a breath in, we'll bend over, letting the pressure of the body just gently touch the tanden. And our intention is healing, warmth, opening up, feeling great, like that kind of intention. So let's try it together. So bring your hands to your tanden, supported with the backs of your fingers. Sit up nice and easy and tall. Start with a nice clearing breath, in and out long. And on the next inhalation, take the breath in and gently lean forward over your belly, pressing in with your fingers until you find a nice place to just stop and hold it and allow yourself to focus all your energy right at your belly. And when you're ready, take a breath and come back up and release. So it seems so very simple, but when I was practicing, I wanted to practice my instructions to tell you because you're not right by me to show you. I actually invigorated some stuff and I got this digestion going. I was like, oh my gosh, I have to remember this is very powerful. So we're only going to do it a couple more times. So what I want you to think about this time is, can you feel it? Is it your hands pressing, or do you feel where you're touching your deep abdomen? Try it one more time. Close your eyes and take a nice breath in. And on the exhale, bending over all the way, pressing in gently, supporting your hands. And if it feels okay, you can just stay there for another breath. And on an in-breath, come on back out. So I'm going to leave it at just 2. This is something that you can do even without the pressing. You can just place your hands here and even open-handed like this and press them over your belly and just breathe. So let's try that last one just to calm everything down. Close your eyes. Breathing in and allowing yourself to feel the warmth of your hand and the front of your belly and relaxing down, getting grounded. And just hang out here for about 30 seconds and see if you can feel the warmth of your hands on your belly. You can envision it as just beautiful golden light if you wish. Just a really nice, gentle energy supporting your life, supporting your vitality. Beautiful. Okay, rub your hands together and end. There you go. So that is called do-in. It's a kind of Japanese self-healing with handwork. Kind of like acupressure, but you're bringing your intention and the understanding of the lower heater into it. Okay, so that's the first tip. The second tip for you for engaging your life energy, I really love this one because I didn't realize exactly even where my core was. This tip comes from Stephanie Carr, who is a high-level certified Pilates instructor. She also happens to be my daughter, so I lucked out in getting this information and started working with her a couple years ago to really strengthen my core. And if you don't know about strengthening your core, please check it out, because when you have a strong inner core, which is the deep inner abdominal musculature that holds your spine, when you have a strong core, everything is better. It supports your back, supports your digestion, all of that supports your energy, and you just feel better because your blood flows, and it's a really powerful thing to learn. You don't have to have powerfully difficult workouts, right? Some of us are not into that for whatever reason at our stage of life, or we have delicate parts or what have you. There's something you can do right there, sitting in your chair, sitting in the car, lying on the ground, and here it is. This is the tip for strengthening your core. What we're going to do is we're just simply going to pretend our hand is a mirror, and we're going to fog the mirror. So we're just going to blow on it with the sound ha. So put your hand up and just say ha right into your hand. Ha. Good. Now, with your other hand, put it down there on your belly by your tanden. And this time, fog the mirror. Really blow into it. Ha. Ready? Breathe in. You'll notice that your belly starts contracting a little bit, right? So I want you to close your eyes on the next time And I want you to really focus in on what are the muscles that are, contracting and tightening up around our core. And it actually helps you sit up a little bit when they tighten, and pay attention to them. And let your breath keep going. And when you think you're done, keep going a little more, okay? When you get to the end, you can feel that your core is engaged. And if you want to, you can hold that and continue to breathe. Let's try that, okay? All right. Sit up, take a clearing breath, and stretch a little. There you go. Okay. You don't have to have your mirror in front of you. You can imagine it if you want. Okay, left hand on your belly, or one hand on your belly, one hand in front. And take a breath in and fog the mirror. And keep going, keep going, keep going all the way. And see if you can hold that core just a little bit as the rest of you relaxes and breathes. And see if you can isolate, just squeezing the core. Shoulders relaxed, neck relaxed, and release. You can see how quick and easy it is to get the core engaged, right? And if you have not done this practice, this is a great one to do just any time, because it'll invigorate your blood. It actually moves your blood, and the blood moving will wake you up and get you back on track if you're working or feeling better. You get your digestion going. So the simplest tip in the world, but it's effective. So I challenge you to try it and see what it does for you. So that's the second tip. Very simple. All right, are you ready for the next one? All right, so this third tip is about visualization. So you've heard that the body is made of energy, and that we have a system within our body that is energetic. And at the energetic core, along the central channel, there exists light, little beautiful jewels or chakras. Some people call them wheels. And these are centers that the ancient sages saw deep in meditation. And people have been practicing for healing chakras and balancing chakras for thousands of years. There's a lot of literature in it. From the ancient yogic scriptures, and learning from India, you can look all about this. There's lots of good books and people. So the Svadishthana chakra is the chakra that is considered the sacral chakra because it's at the level of the tanden. So the tanden, imagine the top of your sacrum in the back, and the tanden, this is the center area of the sacral chakra. And this chakra is orange in color, and it is a power center, and it's the center of creativity and rejuvenation, reproduction, sexual energy. And so this center, the thing about it, I don't know about your life experience, but a lot of the women my age and older and our grandmothers had the experience in their culture of cutting off at the waist. My family was Catholic, and the good little Catholics didn't think about anything below the waist. And, it became a thing, because if you disown a part of your body, whatever it is, through fear or hatred, or say you don't like your weight or the way you look or any of these things, if we disown that, we disempower it, we take away the energy. And in fact, it can even go the opposite. It can create problems. So when you're working in the area of the belly and the reproductive organs in this lower area, be aware that there could be old stuff that you were taught as a child or got from the culture or religion or something that might consider it, not good. But the human body is so good. It's such a blessing. It's such a gift from tip to toe. So we can't nix anything out. The other thing I want to say before we envision and bring light to this chakra is this is a chakra that houses the feelings. if you hear people like, I feel it in my gut, there's a reason for this, because the Svadishthana chakra is all about feeling and creativity and zest for life. So if you have something that has happened, maybe there's a trauma or a deep feeling about something that you didn't quite process, super easy, just stick it in the gut. So when we're working on the chakra or this area of our body, things can arise, like an old memory or feelings can come up. If that happens, you don't have to worry, because you're completely in control always. With all of the kind of meditation work or guided visualization, all you ever have to do is come back to your breath, take a deep breath, and come back to homeostasis right here, right where you are. So if you uncover old things or you hear of other people having problems like this, there's always a lot of help available. So this is a really good area to keep clear and bring light into. So let's try it. Okay, so I want you to sit up tall and come back into your centered place and put your feet flat on the floor if you can, or feel your sitting bones under your bottom and get weighted onto your chair. Like, allow yourself to feel very heavy and grounded, going deep. And close your eyes. So I want you to imagine that you can see this column of light energy inside of the human body, and it spans all the way through the center of your body, from the base of your sitting bones all the way through the top of your head. It's just a little bit in front of your spine, and it's a white column of light. And imagine now that if you had magical glasses that you could put on and see it completely, you would see a rainbow of colors. Because just like the rainbow in the sky that we see, the human body, the chakra centers are lined up in the same order of colors as the rainbow. And starting at the bottom, it's red, then orange, then yellow at the stomach, green at the heart, blue at the throat, indigo and violet going up. So we have this beautiful rainbow effect. So bring your attention down again to the tanden and imagine that you can see a beautiful orange light. It's kind of like the light you would see at a cheery campfire, that beautiful, crackling, lovely orange, clear light that has a little bit of yellow, tiny bit of red. And I imagine that to be like a star inside. This is the place in the lower heater, the lower cauldron of vitality and balance and creativity. So just for a second, imagine if that light would gently swell to fill the size of your belly, like that great pumpkin within, right? That beautiful round belly. And you take a deep breath into it and exhale. And why don't you add your hands in front of your belly? Just hold your belly like Santa's bowl full of jelly, right? And just hold the belly and relax your belly. And just let it flop and wiggle and just feel good and unrestrained. And one more time, we're going to take a nice deep breath into this beautiful orange light and exhale. So rub your hands together and come back now. So by visualizing the light, the energy comes through the mind, right? There's mental energy, it comes through and it can direct your flow of energy in the body. So if you have a strong intention for healing and you want more energy and you ask your body and you explain to your mind, I'm building my energy. You know, these little subtle tools are so powerful over time. So I invite you to experiment with them and see if any or all three of these tips can help you to start to develop a better relationship, a stronger relationship with the core center of energy in your body.